Okay, so to continue on, this is video 2 of 2 for the Unit 7 exercise for the Expedition Tea Company layout. And one of the things I want to point out real quick when we're dealing with this is if you notice, if you click on the text frame, you'll notice the T type plus. It means you want to option click to clear if you hover. You don't want it, you want to override that if that ever shows up when you're in the text. You really don't want the text. Otherwise, you'll notice that it won't be formatted correctly. Okay, so we're going to go move on quickly by clicking on the text and then moving on to looking at the output. I know there's one more subhead title that I want to add to the T-type description formatting. So if I hit this output, it brings it over here, and I've already applied it before this video, but you can see sort of that once we start to format all this stuff, it'll all fit, but right now it doesn't. So I'm just looking at what it looks like on the scratch board here. And that way, if you click on the output, you can kind of see how much text is left. So moving on, after I've already applied them to all the subheaders, we're now going to apply the paragraph style T description to the rest of the descriptive T type. Okay, so if I go in and it's a paragraph style T description, we want the descriptive T type. So if you highlight that, you can always, you see how it has the plus. Now we're gonna click on T description. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and do that between every one. Click on T description, and you see how it's now starting to fit a little bit, which is great. Next, between T description, T description, T description, T description. So now you've got kind of see how this becomes a little bit more formatted, more closely to what we see here. We have a ways to go yet, and they will not look exactly like this, but it will be very close. Okay. All right. And you notice we don't even need this anymore because all of our text is now fitting into the document. All right. Next, we're going to apply a character style T name to the following: the Earl Grey, the English breakfast, right here. So we're going to want to return here. I think the next is the Assam Gangia Estate, Ceylon. So there are 28 different T names, and we want to apply that character style to each of the T names. So I'll have you guys go ahead and do that. Okay, so you're probably in the middle of adding those T names. I took a little pause from this video real quick, but as I started to go ahead and do this, I noticed that some of my sizes weren't as I like them. And they don't look a whole heck of a lot like here because it's a different font altogether. And that's okay. Like I believe this is the Garamond, whereas we're not working in Garamond. So I'll show you one way around that. We can keep it this way. They're just a little bit too big. So if I go to Control, click on T name, I can edit it. And then on the basic character formats, the size, I can bring it down to 10 point and say okay. And then I like that a little bit better. That looks a little bit more reasonable. Then if I go to paragraph style, I'm now going to click on these headers. I really like how they look here. I really like how they look here. They're a little bit bolded and they're a little bit italic. Go back to mine. Whereas they are not here. So if I go like this, and I notice this is T type, I'm going to hold down Control, click, edit. basic character formats, go into regular, italic. I'm going to do bold italic, like I said. And then they look a little big, so I'm going to bump that down to 16 point. Looks like Times New Roman might be a little bit bigger than the original Garamond is how that was set up. So, all right, so this is feeling a lot better. And now I'm going to continue on with my areas. I might need to zoom in a little and throw in a return, or you can go back up in this paragraph description, the T description, and do a control click, edit T description, and then go into indents and spacing, and you want a space after 0.125. You say OK, you can notice how much that changes. And then you can delete your little returns. And that also is working quite well. So go ahead. I know I went through some of that stuff a little quick, but once you get into a groove, you'll notice that that's quite helpful. We are going to continue on with the character styles T name, adding those all the way through the document. I'm going to pause right here, and the next statement I say, I will have completed all of that. And then we'll move on with more of our tutorial. Okay, so I have just finished adding in all the T names according to step 10, apply the character style. I applied all of that to the T names, the 28 different names. Now we're on step 11, and that's going to constitute editing the T description paragraph style to change the space before paragraphs. Okay, so let's go over to paragraph. We're going to hold down Control, click, edit T description, indents and spacing, and then it says space before paragraphs to 0.125. Let's see what that does. Okay, so it looks like there may be an additional return every so often. Kind of bumps things down a little bit. If you back out, take a look. But it does really feel like it separates each one of these descriptions nicely. You want to go to your selection tool, click, make sure that there's no text, and there is. I'm thinking maybe we need to take out that space after that we added. So let's go ahead and hold down Control. And I'm doing this specifically so that you guys can see how it happens. We added a space after. We're going to take that out entirely and just say OK. And there we go. It goes away again. If you see something like this where the title's there, you can go ahead and just hit a return to align it to the top. So several of these are looking really good now. And then the next thing you want to do is edit the T name character style to change in vertical scale. Let's check that out to 125. T name character style. Hold down Control, click, edit. You don't want to double click it and edit because it will alter everything. So if we go down to advanced character formats, we want to change that to 125. Say OK. These look a little less crazy. They were stretched pretty far, and as a designer, you want to avoid the stretching. So this is just some of the stuff that we do after we start to format. Okay, next, we are almost done. So let's use the Find and Change feature. Edit, Find, and Change to change all of the double colons to tildes, these little cute little things, a little more decorative dashes. There should be 28 of those replacements. So in order to do that, we want to, I like to just select all, put my selection in there, go to Edit, Find and Change, and then we're going to find what? We want to find the double colon, and we want to change it to a tilde. Add it right in there. It's Shift, and then to the left of the 1 on your keyboard, you should find the tilde. Go ahead and just say Change All. Search is completed. 28 replacements, just as it was said. There's a 28 replacements. So then you will just say OK. And then done. And if you look back and if you zoom in, you will see that all of those double colons are now changed to the tilde. The next thing is it looks like there's a question mark, and I think that's another one here that isn't really supposed to be there. So let's do a find and change for that too. It doesn't really talk about that in the instructions, so if you submit it that way, I will not deduct you. But let's do it anyway, since it was something that I noticed in the text. Edit, find and change. If we do this, this one will be the question mark. Let's change that to another tilde. Okay, change all. Go outside OK, and then done. If you notice, it just adds a little flair to it. Not a whole lot of changing. But now we do a Control-0 to fit your design to page. Now we have a format. If I click off and hit W, I can see in presentation format of my design that I just created. It looks like there's a nice even space between the paragraphs. Some strange widows that I don't like. Widows are those one words, lonely words at the bottom of a paragraph. You can adjust that like so, however you like. But just take a look at it, and then if you're feeling good with it, then go ahead and do a file save, and then compress this document and upload it to your Unit 7 exercise, Working with Styles, hands-on. Hope this helps. If you have questions, let me know. Have a great week.